Mobius Logistics is a tech company that was born out of running logistics operations for about 5 years. We were using hardwire systems, integrating those through a bespoke software package, enabling us to see various different people's tracking systems through one system. We realized that that wasn't robust, and we thought we've got to come up with our own portable solution that offered us full traceability and visibility of products at all stages of the supply chain. We came up with Mobius. This is a sensor that you can put into your product at the beginning of production, and through an AP, which is an access point that can be in your factory, or through a dongle that sits in your lorry, we get real-time information about that product all the way through the supply chain. It reads temperature and light, so if there is any variation outside of what your tolerances are for the temperature, or if there's a light reading when there shouldn't be light reading, i.e. when migrants are maybe trying to get on board your vehicle, you're alerted real time. The vehicle driver will be told straight away, as will any technical department through email alerts as soon as it's happening. This allows you to actually fight the problem as soon as it's occurring. Also, it will tell you about problems when they're occurring at times which are not currently controlled. Loading bays is an obvious place. How long is your product sitting on a loading bay from the time it came out of that cold store, which is run by a public cold store, going into a separate client or subcontracted vehicle. You'd want to know about it if it's sitting on there for several hours and your product is actually constantly being spoiled. The sensors sit inside the product, so it'll go inside your DOLAV or pallet, so you get the actual temperature rather than an ambient temperature of what's happening outside the pallet. That's how the system works. It gets relayed straight up through onto the website, so you've got full visibility of the movement of that vehicle from one site through the vehicles onto another site, which can also give you your stock control of what's happening and where that particular pallet is in the system. Any information that is uploaded during the course of the movement of that sensor is then uploaded directly onto the website to give you traceability on the movement of that product the whole way through the supply chain. And that can be downloaded, whether it's for an audit or at the end of the week if you want to download any element of that movement, i.e. potentially for a haulier, if you've uploaded all your jobs onto the system, you've got traceability of every job through the dongle. At the end of the week, you might want to invoice out all those jobs because you've got it all set up onto your system already. Every single job that you've done that week can be downloaded and invoiced out. So it's got various different uses. At the end of the day, it's gathering all the information the whole way through the supply chain that can then be used for any purpose afterwards.
Transporting food through a complete cold chain, it's obviously very important to understand what temperature a product has seen all the way through. Prior to this product, we were only able to sense it whilst it was in a transport in a truck. But this product, the Mobius product, can go through the entire chain, and we can sense the product whilst it's in transit between a truck and the cold store, which is one of the weak points in any system, and the cold store itself. The product remembers the temperatures, it stores them on board, and we can always extract that later, but primarily it's extracted real time and shown on the website. There are alarms that are employed so that we can see when something goes out of tolerance, and we can do something about it straight away. And that saves a lot of money and a lot of time and angst. When we consider the entire cold chain, when the product is on a vehicle, then the data finds its way to the website through the driver's mobile phone app and the small access point that we call a dongle, which lives within the cab. When the product is disembarked from the vehicle and finds its way into the cold store, then the access of the data onto the website is through a larger access point, which is independent of the network in the cold store. It has its own network and its own data connection. Information there is brought from the sensor, whether it's on a vehicle or whether it's on the loading bay or whether it's in the cold store, and that finds its way up onto the website.